Sociology was a term coined by a French person. His name was Auguste Comte. Auguste Comte, what he did, he combined two words. One word called as socius, which is a Latin word. Another word, logos, which is a Greek word. He combined these two words, socius and logos, to coin the term sociology. Socius in Latin means group. Logos in Greek means study of. Socius in Latin means group. Logos in Greek means study of. So therefore, sociology means study of groups. Study of group is what is sociology. Group has many individuals. So study of individual is not study of group. For example, how you will be alone when you are in your room, you are studying in your room, okay, you are alone. Will you wear a formal suit, shoe, tie, and then sit on the chair, study table, study? We will have a casual outfit. But when we come out, or you are alone, okay, you are in a casual outfit, and somebody is knocking the door. What we do? We wanted to put proper dresses, formal dress, or at least some, a dress which will be very appealing when you wanted to receive some guest. You change immediately your dress now. From casual dress, you become formal when some guests are coming to your house. So when you are alone, you will act differently. In the presence of group, you will act differently. Therefore, when you are in a group, you will be totally different. When you are alone, you will be different. And sociology is not study of individual. Sociology is study of groups. Because individual will follow the group behavior. When individual is in a group, he will follow the behavior of the group. When you are going to a cinema theater to see the movie, everybody will laugh at a scene and we also will laugh. Yes or no? Sometimes laughter does not come, but still we laugh. So after a epic movie like Ponniyin Selvan, you just see the feedback of the movie. You are not convinced, but still when many people say it's so nice, you also say so nice. Same as the case of food. You are going to a restaurant along with your friends. 5 people are going to a restaurant. All the 4 are telling that the food is so tasty. You find that it is horrible food. But still, what 4 people are telling, that you will tell. Okay, it's tasty only. Because we don't want to be an odd man out. We always wanted to tell something which tallies with the group. Group says, today is Tuesday, don't eat non-vegetarian food. You follow or not? So you feel like eating, but still you go, tempted by that taste buds. You go to the restaurant to have non-vegetarian food. You step in, suddenly you stop. Your mother will mentally speak to you. She will, her mind voice will come. She will scold you, and you will listen to that mentally, though physically she is not in front of you. And then you go eat the food which they wanted you to eat. So this is what is the interest of sociology. How an individual, when he is in a group setting, he acts differently. When psychology studies the individual mind, sociology studies the group mind. Who told you IAS is the greatest job in the world? Tell me. Have you become IAS officer before? Then who told? Your father. Your father is IAS. Your mother is IAS. Your brother is IAS. Who told? Only 5,300 IAS officers are there throughout India. Throughout India, you have only 5,300 IAS officers. All these 5,300 IAS officers came to you and told, IAS is the best job, kindly prepare for UPSC exam. Have they told this? No. Who told IAS the greatest job? Everybody says. Whether everybody had an experience of IAS, then how everybody can say this? They all told IAS is the best job. It is a super job. Superman you will become when you become IAS officer, and therefore you wanted to become IAS officer. Maybe after 100 years, everybody will tell IAS is the useless job. You will not prepare for this exam at all. So, we are influenced by others' opinion. Yes or no? We are influenced by others' opinion. We, in fact, do not have our own opinion. Most of the time, we go by others' opinion. Sony TV is the best TV. Why? Because it is there in my house. Anna Nagar is the best place to live in. Why? Because I have my house in Anna Nagar. And somebody who is coming from Chengalpattu says, it is very, very close to heart of Chennai. How Chengalpattu is close to Chennai? Those people who developed Chengalpattu told it is very near to Chennai. Real estate people are telling very near to Chennai, very near to Chennai. They are going to Kanjipuram. Kanjipuram is 80 kilometers away from Chennai, and they say it is near to Chennai. One person told little bit away from Chennai, and that place is Tiruchirappalli. 6 hours of travel you have to make. 350 kilometers it is. So when somebody says this is going to be a this land will be sold like a heart cake, everybody buys. 2 days back, how many kilograms of gold was sold? Tell me, how many kilograms of gold was sold 2 days back? Which day it was? Akshaya Triday. Who told that on that day, if you buy gold, you will become crorepati, billionaire? Who told? Last year also our mother bought, whether we became. Before that year also mother bought 1 gram of gold, whether we became crorepati. Somebody says we just do. Right. So the point is this, that we are having an opinion which is others' opinion. In the eyes of others, what they have, the same thing we also have. On this particular day, if you buy gold, you will become rich. Public perception, and we go by that. auspicious day is a public perception, and we go by the public perception. So this is very interesting. When biologists will study the organism, sociologists will study how this organism is having behaviors and thoughts influenced by similar organisms. So there where sociology stands apart, sociology studies how society, that is a group of individuals, work. The working of society, which means the working of groups, mind of the group, action of the group, is what is studied by sociology. So the term sociology came from a French philosopher. His name was Auguste Comte. He gave this term, or he coined the term sociology in 1830s. Earlier, the same person used a term to refer to study of society, and that term was social physics. Earlier, he used the term social physics to refer to study of society. He used the term social physics because he was very impressed by physics. He was very impressed by physics. You tell me which subject came first? Which subject came first? Whether physics came first, or chemistry came first, or biology came first? Which came first? Which subject came first, you tell me? Any idea? See, the main problem is we studied physics in the schools. In the school days, we studied physics, chemistry, biology, everything, but nobody told us which subject came first. Whether physics came first, or chemistry came first, or biology came first. Which came first? Any idea? Huh? Among the science subjects, which came first? Physics came first. When physics came, when matter came, when energy came, when time came, when space came. Very interesting to learn this. Matter, energy, space, time, they all came when? Any idea? 13.5 billion years ago. 13.5 billion years ago came matter, energy, space, and time. So therefore, who will study this matter, energy, and all? Physics. So physics came first. 3 lakh years after the coming of energy and matter. 3 lakh years after the coming of matter, energy, they are combining themselves. Matter and energy, they combined to form a very complex thing. What is that complex thing? Matter and energy, they combined to form a complex structure called atom. Atom combined to form what? Molecules. Atom combined to form molecules. And to study this atoms, molecules and all came which subject? Chemistry. Some 3.8 billion years ago came Earth. 3.8 billion years ago came Earth. So, now what happens? These molecules and all are combining to form organism. Molecules combine to form organism. To study organism came biology. Organisms developed, organisms are evolving or not? Organisms are evolving. So a very wise organism came. That wise organism is Homo sapiens. And these Homo sapiens are very wise people. That is why they were having some norms, how you should live, what you should do. Everything they are trying to codify. This is what we have to do. That is how we have to do. This is happening. Okay. This human beings, you know that their mind is evolving. First, what you did, you took a stone, you hit whatever came and you ate. Then what you did, see, how long I can hit with a very blunt stone, I have to sharpen the stone. So that with one hit only I can kill the animal and I can eat. Then incidentally he was having some, he is doing something, some work with these stones. Suddenly he found that when two stones are, meeting each other at one point of time, fire comes. Incidentally it came, accidentally it came, then deliberately he started doing this, bringing fire. Revolution. That is what is called as cognitive revolution. Cognitive means mind. Mental revolution. Mind is changing. So, raw meat I was eating thousands of years back. With fire, I started cooking the food and eating the meat. Cooked meat. Cooked meat is easy to digest. The main problem is when you eat uncooked meat, it takes so much of time for digestion. So digestion is an energy expenditure thing. That is why you should eat less. When you eat full, okay, when you have your full meal, you eat up to here. Somebody is hosting birthday party and all, we do that. Right? We eat up to here. Will you be able to go to your room and study that day? Will you be able to go to your room and study that time? When you have eaten full, you feel sleepy. Actually speaking, when you eat more, you should you have more calories now. Okay, you have more energy now. You should work very hard. Understanding this point or not? So when you eat more, you'll have more energy level. So you should be very active. But why then eating more makes you sleepy? Why? Because when you eat more, the process of digestion starts. And digestion takes so much of your energy. Digestion, the process of digestion takes so much of energy. Whatever energy you should give for studying, all those energy will be diverted for digestion. Energy is diverted for digestion. Where is the energy to now study? Knowing the reason why you feel sleepy after having so much of food. So we are eating cooked food now. We will be able to spend less time for digestion. Uncooked food will take more time for digestion. Cooked food will take only less time for digestion. Remaining time you are having spare time. With the help of spare time, you can think. Which means that you should understand why civil service aspirant should eat less. Eat less. 25% of your stomach should be empty. But what we do when 25% is empty, we have an urge to fill that 25% to make 100. So don't do that. 50% of your stomach should be always empty. And 25% of that empty stomach, you have some liquid food like water, plain water. Remaining 25% you keep always free. So it is the fact that when you eat more, you have no time to think. Okay, you don't have time to think. When you eat less cooked food, digestion becomes faster, more time to think. And you thought how many years? 70,000 years you thought. 70,000 years you thought, and you came to know that this will work well, this will not work well. You came to develop something called as what? This I should do, this will not work, this will work, this is how I have to eat, this is how I have to sleep, this is how I have to work. You came to know. So because of your this revolution, mental revolution, I use the term cognitive revolution, you started developing culture. You started developing culture. So your mind will be activated only when you eat less. Because of your mind, because of your thinking capacity, you developed culture. Culture includes language. When you don't have time to think, how will you develop language? The most interesting thing is that language of the animal and the language of the human being is totally different or not? What makes our human being very wise? Language. Language is nothing but a particular proportion of sound. Different sounds you are making, which gives you meaning. Whatever I speak as a word is only a sound. But different types of sounds I am mixing, which is understandable to you. Because of what? Mind. Mind only develop language. Mind only make you understand what I speak. Mind only makes me understand what I should speak to you. So culture develops. And now man started following that program. Like a program which is written according to the program only, a computer will act. The program is already done. This is what you have to do. This is what you should not do. That program is already done. So any human being is now learning that program, and therefore the human being is a programmed robot. Programming done by society. So that is why when we are born, we are reared by our parents, we are in a family setup, there is some terms and conditions in that family, and we follow the terms and conditions. Some of your parents have the habit of waking at 4 o'clock in the morning. They trained you to wake up by 4 o'clock in the morning and you wake. There are some other parents in their house, they wake up only by 6 o'clock and you wake up by 6 o'clock. So that is why some will wake up by 4 o'clock because that is their norm in their house, and some will wake up by 7 o'clock because that is the norm in their house. Everything therefore is pre-programmed. So when you are born, you are reared by parents, you are into your family setup. When you are going to the school, everywhere there is present do's and don'ts, and you automatically fit into that. So that is why that program which is written by society, how it is shaping you. When you go to school, in the school which is nearby, you know the lunch time is 11 o'clock. And for most of the civil service aspirants, 11 o'clock is the breakfast time. But for them, it is lunch time. And children, when they go to school 6 days a week, eat by 11 o'clock eat lunch by 11 o'clock in the morning. Sunday also by 11 o'clock, hunger will come. And you can see kids eating something because the food which will be served on Sunday will be at 2 o'clock. They'll wait for the 2 o'clock. They'll not cry for food. But little bit of hunger because of 6 days by 11 o'clock, they'll have some snack, wait for 2 o'clock because they know Sunday 2 o'clock only mother will give lunch. So even though we wanted to eat by 11 o'clock, we don't cry for 11 o'clock food. We wait for 2 o'clock to come. And because that is the culture, that is what is the do's and don'ts in the house. And this is what is interesting. How we are thinking like our parents, how we are acting like our parents, how our mind and action is decided by the group. To study that came a new subject called as social. August Comte used the term physics because he found that physics was the first science to come. Let me study society like a science. Let me study society like a science. Which is science? Which science came first? Physics. So let me study society like physics. And that study of society like physics, let it be called as social physics. So he used the term social physics first. Later, some people came to August Comte told, why you are not able to think of your own? You are borrowing even the name of the subject from physics. So you will become a dependent brother of physics. When you cannot think about a new name for your subject, how can that subject be new? The name itself is not new. How that subject will be new? Somebody told like that, no. So this deeply was paining August Comte. Yes, they are right that if I am not able to give a new name, I cannot claim this as a new subject. That social physics will become only a dependent brother of physics. But I wanted to make the study of society as a separate subject. So I should give a separate name. I should search a new name, and therefore you are searching for a new name. Socius is the Latin word for group. Logos is the Greek word for study of. Since sociology is, since society study has to be done, I will study society, and that is what is the name of the subject. So study of society or study of group should be called as sociology, and this is what the reason for the name called as sociology. So one important point I have told, eat less. Then only you can think more. Follow that till you clear the exam. After you clear the exam, daily basis you will attend one or the other party. As a civil servant, today you are longing for party, no? You'll be counting more than your friend counting when his birthday will come. You will know better. It will be there in your fingertips. If my friend roommate is having birthday on June 6th, that person is having birthday on July 3rd. Like that we have, even before them knowing, we know, because very rare partying. But once you become IAS officer, IPS officer, daily party. My friend who is commissioner today was telling me that 45 days he was in Delhi for a special training. Okay. For commissioners, there is a special training which they are giving in the ministry. People from foreign universities, they are coming and giving some training, it seems. He was allotted room in 5-star hotel in Delhi for 45 days. He told me that after 2-3 days, I stopped eating food in 5-star hotel. I will go to the roadside dabas to have food. Because what? In front of me, 150 items daily, 3 times a day. Fed up. I just wanted very simple food. Sometimes I go to that, 150 items will be there. I'll just take a curd rice and come. You were longing for that earlier when you are aspiring for IAS. After having become IAS, you get distaste towards that because too much of partying. So every day is a celebration. Today, there is only one day called Diwali, one day called Pongal, one day called Ramzan, one day called Christmas. When you clear this examination, 365 days a year is Diwali for you, Pongal for you, Christmas for you, Ramzan for you. But for that, next 2 years, there is no Diwali, no Pongal, no Ramzan, no Christmas, no celebration. 2 years, you are going to have a period of complete meditation, like a rishi who is doing tapas in the hills of Himalayas, in the mountains of Himalayas. You are going to do tapas. So when you do this tapas with so much of intensity that overwhelmed by your tapas, the divine force will come to you and ask you what you wanted. You will say, I want IAS. He will bless you with IAS. But intensity of meditation is what is going to attract the divine force. Little bit you are loosening, you are having a slackened approach, then God will come, curse you. He will not bless you. Okay. So next 2 years from today, complete, we are just immersing into the ocean called preparation. Only when you get immersed into the ocean, you'll be able to get pearls out of it. Now there are only pebbles. There are only pebbles. And these pebbles will be becoming pearls. For that, you have to do complete preparation. 100% focus, 100% dedication. If you give to this preparation, you will get salvation in the form of civil services examination. Okay, understood what is the name, how this name sociology came? Any doubt? Okay. In sociology, what is very important to learn is that sociology is not physics. It is not a science. For example, this is a cell phone. This is a cell phone. Okay. Sociology is not studying cell phone. Sociology will study how cell phone is creating a new culture. Okay. So it will not study cell phone, it will study how cell phone is creating a new culture. Today, have you seen? Parents will be talking to their children over WhatsApp. Don't think that children are in America and parents are in Amajikarai. Both are present in the same house. and that too sitting opposite to each other. This side father is sitting, that side son is sitting, and father is giving WhatsApp message to son. How did you do your examination? Son is not texting, he is just putting one emoji like this. Then father, one emoji, one crying emoji. உன்னை பெற்றதுக்கு அதானே, வேற என்ன இருக்க போகுது? So this now sociology studies is how earlier how your father talked to your father. Cell phone communication, WhatsApp, no, nothing. Your father will come very obedient son of your grandfather. He will fold the hands in front of your grandfather like this. He will bow his head down like this. He will murmur, not speak loudly like you do to your father. You confront your father today, no. You argue with your parents, no. No such arguments earlier and all. Just a father says something, father speaks only one or two words to the son, son will follow. If son is having any problem in what father says, he will go, and one person who is a mediator between father and son is called mother. So he will go and tell the mother, see, oh, father is telling me to do this, but I don't have time to do, but I fear how to tell that to father. So mother will come, he will tell to father in a language which he understands. Today cell phone culture has come. Senior IAS officer is texting a message in front of me, come for dinner. I'm asking, sir, your son is in workplace? No, he is in the first floor. I'm just texting, and son is replying, you have. That's all. He is telling, see, he is in the first floor. His reply is, you have. I thought of seeing him at least while eating food. We are there in the same house, but very rare to see each other. We are face to face, we are not able to see, because he goes to his room, I come to my room. I wait for him, he directly go to his room, close the door, and he is rarely coming. Sometimes he is calling his mother to bring food to the first floor. One day I went, at least to see my son's face, I went, and he was telling his mother, why you are allowing father to come to my room? What to do? New culture has come, new type of interaction has started, and this will be studied by sociology. So which means that some of you will tell that why should father and son talk in the first place? Somebody will say, this is good, son is doing his work, father let him do his work, unnecessary talk will only spoil both time. This somebody will say, it's good. Somebody will say, no, it's bad. No, father wanted longing for the affection, but son is not showing affection, he is deeply frustrated. Somebody will tell like this or not. So in sociology, you will have to study viewpoints, opinions. So sociology invariably involves viewpoints. Viewpoints means what? Viewpoints means perspectives. This is what is the meaning of viewpoints. Perspectives. So we will study these viewpoints, which means that this is not right or wrong. This is also not right or wrong. You should just see how and all we have different opinions about the same thing. The cell phone has changed the communication interaction between parents and children. Some will say it is good, some will say it is bad, and sociology studies two sides of the same coin. Sociology will not be like a judgmental thing that this debate between this group and that group and judges coming and giving a judgment. No, how different viewpoints can be there for a particular issue. Take for example same sex marriage, which is today spoken in the Supreme Court of India. The Supreme Court is asking for the opinion of the state governments. Okay, so this is what you need to understand. Same sex marriage, how different viewpoints are there for that particular issue. Some would say that no, it is wrong. This is against the order of the nature. Nature wanted marriage between man and woman. Based on the law of nature only, the Special Marriage Act also says marriage is between man and woman. But there are some other groups who are saying, see, marriage is your personal choice. Okay, right to privacy is a fundamental right. Whom to marry is a private choice. Two individuals of same sex are ready to marry. What is your problem? Why should you go and tell them that this is what you should choose? That is what you should not choose. Who are you to tell? Because Constitution of India has given fundamental rights to people. Fundamental right means right to freedom of speech, right to free thinking, right to personal liberty. Article 21. Liberty means freedom, personal. Whatever is a private affair, I will have freedom to choose that. Okay, I will have freedom to choose that. So when Constitution is giving privacy as your fundamental right, when Constitution is giving individual liberty, personal liberty, who are you to tell them whom should you marry, whom you should not marry? Now we are not telling, okay, A group is wrong, B group is right, so B will prevail. We are not Supreme Court of India to give judgments. We are sociology students. We should just understand that for same-sex marriage, this is one viewpoint, this is another viewpoint, this is the third viewpoint, that is the fourth viewpoint. So sociology studies viewpoints. The viewpoints can be termed as perspectives. So perspective is a mental view. Perspective is an approach. Perspective means opinion. Perspective means assumptions. Assumptions. Your perspective about IAS is what? Your assumptions about IAS. What are your assumptions? IAS is the best job in the world. IAS exam is the toughest exam. When you say IAS is the toughest exam, one chartered accountant student came and told, no, IAS is not tough. Chartered accountant examination is tough. Another student says, no, IIT exam is tough. Another says, no, IIM is tough. Another says, CLAT is tough. Another says, CAT is tough. For everybody, their own exam is tough. For LKG student, his exam is tough. For 10th student, his exam is tough. For 12th student, her exam is tough. So which means exam means tough only. In the entire world, no exam can be called easy. If examination is easy, there is no purpose for keeping exam. I came across in one of the kindergarten school, they have put the notice board. Okay. Outside the school, they have put the notice board for the parents. I was just coming across, I found tomorrow test. I was shocked. I stopped and I was just seeing for whom pre-KG students tomorrow test. And syllabus. Syllabus. A. That is the syllabus. And a mother of a pre-KG student was seeing this. Tomorrow test for you. A, you have to study. Come, no play today. No play today. Come, you have to study. So what in A you should study? Writing A. Okay. Then A for apple. A-P-P-L-E, apple. Mother is tense now. A. This is slanting line. This is standing line. That is sleeping line. That is sitting line. And mother is teaching the child who is only 2.5 years old. So for that pre-KG child, that day will be a sleepless day only. Mother will not allow that child to sleep. A for apple, A for apple, A for apple, A for apple. She will become mad also. Because somehow she has to make the child come first in the next test. First rank. A for apple you write means you are a topper. How many students are there? Two. Two students are there. So assumption, viewpoint, opinion, assumption. You have some assumptions. IAS best job, IAS car will be given, bungalow will be given, respect will be given. Okay, financial security will be given, status will be given. All these are assumptions. And there are some people who have totally different assumption. And they scold IAS people. Yes or no? Useless people, worthless people. Don't have mind at all. They don't apply their mind. And it is like a prisoner. You are a slave for a politician. Like that, there is another viewpoint. IAS means one student came and asked me, sir, after clearing this IAS examination, people are telling that I have to be a servant of my political boss, like minister. Will I be a servant of minister? I said, who told? He told his friend told. Was your friend a civil servant? No, he doesn't know about IAS exam. Then why he is telling like that? Somebody told. In the cinema and all, they show this. No, IPS officer will open the door of the minister. Minister will slap the IAS officer. The chief minister's sister slapped a police constable and she is jailed today. Yes or no? CM sister, which is state? Andhra. Jagan Mohan Reddy's sister slapped a police constable and she was arrested, put into the jail. And in cinema, they have, because the movie maker, director of the movie, had his own viewpoint about IAS. In most of the movies, 99% of the movies, police are bad people or good people. Bad. Police means heartless people, arrogant people, always will salute the politician, always will support the criminals, always will be corrupt. Is this right? Portrayal of police? Now, Singham type of movie will come. Okay, Singham type of movie will come. Singham 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20, 25, 35, 55. It will come in series. In Singham type of movie, Surya is only a sub-inspector. He will go and challenge the assistant commissioner. You have AC, I don't have AC. We have seen this. Is it a real depiction of the sub-inspector Can sub-inspector speak like that to AC? Can sub-inspector go and challenge the DGP of the state? One police head constable was putting some comment in his Facebook against the administration, police administration. You are suspended day before yesterday. Yes or no? So you mean to say that our hero is a police constable, he will go and challenge the DGP of the state? That is his viewpoint. That is his idea. So it is right or wrong is about you, not about me. When you hold a particular viewpoint, it is good according to you. But I should think that that is according to you, not according to everybody else. Some say NEET examination should come, some say NEET examination should not come. Some say GST should come, some say GST should not come. Some say that the new education policy is good, some say new education policy is full of blunder. Some say the Prime Minister of India is the Mahatma 2.0, but some says no, no, he is Godse 2.0. Viewpoints they are. Viewpoints they are. So perspective means what? Viewpoints. And sociology studies what? Viewpoints. Understood or not? So what we have done in today's class, sociology, the term how it came. The one who coined the term sociology is the French philosopher named Auguste Comte. Earlier he was using the term what? Social physics. Why physics? Because physics came first as the science. First science to come is physics. Second science is chemistry. Third science is biology. Fourth science is social physics called sociology. No, no, no. This is not physics. This is sociology. So sociology as a term was coined by Auguste Comte in 1830s. 1830s. There are two perspectives, broader perspectives in sociology. Two broader perspectives in sociology, two viewpoints. Okay. So I'll briefly tell what are the two viewpoints. Functional perspective, conflict perspective. Functional perspective and conflict perspective. These are the two perspectives present, generally speaking. These are the two perspectives present, generally speaking. Okay. Functional perspective says that everything is good. Have you heard the story that in Mahabharata, Dronacharya will call Dharma, Yudhishthira, and then Duryodhana. Come. So one is the elder of the Kauravas, another is the elder of the Pandavas. Both of you come. You go around the world. Come to me, tell me your viewpoints about the world. How did you feel about, what is your opinion about the world? Dharma went around the world, came to his guru, told that everybody is good. All people are peace loving people. All people are respectable people. all people are leading a happy life. Then the other one goes around the world and comes to Guru called Duryodhana. He says to Guru, all are bad people, all are fighting with each other, all are having hatredness against each other. They are leading a very miserable life. So, for our understanding, Dharma, that is Yudhishthira, belongs to functional perspective, and Duryodhana belongs to conflict perspective. So, similar to Dharma, one who emphasizes on the positive dimensions of the society, they are called as functionalists. Like Duryodhana, who emphasizes on the negative dimensions of the society, or conflict perspectives. There are a number of scholars who belong to this functional perspective. A number of scholars belong to this functional perspective. And according to your syllabus, Emile Durkheim, Talcott Parsons, Parsons. Conflict perspective, the legendary Karl Marx. Conflict perspective, the legendary Karl Marx. So perspective means viewpoints. Perspective means assumptions about what you study. Your perspective about UPSC means what assumptions you make about UPSC. Your perspective about society means you are a sociologist. What you are studying about, you make assumption about. Without having assumption, can you make any study? Without making assumption, you cannot make action. So, you go to, say, Ibaco ice cream parlor. The summer has come, and therefore, in all ice cream parlors, you have so many people going to. So, you make an assumption that if I go to this Ibaco ice cream parlor, I will be getting the Belgian chocolate ice cream, which is my favorite. And it tastes so nicely if I buy from Ibaco. This is your assumption. Okay. You are telling this to your friend. Let us go to Ibaco to have this Belgium chocolate ice cream. So nice. He says, yes. Very costly. Ibaco, if you go 160 rupees to 200 rupees, they will charge per ice cream. So this is very expensive and it is not as good as the money. It is not worth the money which you are spending. Better we'll go to the next ice cream parlor which is selling chocolate flavor Arun ice cream for 50 rupees or 25 rupees. So if you wanted to have even a small thing like ice cream, you have assumption. Let us go and have tea in this shop. No, not in this shop, that shop. Let us not have tea at all. Let us have coffee. Let us not have coffee at all. Let us have tender coconut. Now the summer has come. Assumption. Assumption that coffee, if you drink, will help you to study for a long time. Assumption only, not real. Scientifically, they have tested that. that having a cup of coffee will help you study more, your memory power and all will improve. Assumption. So they will make you, they will, who? The coffee makers will inject that assumption into your mind through advertisements. And you will be influenced by advertisement and you have an assumption. So each and everything requires assumption. You had an assumption about this institute, about me, and that is why you came or not. It is your assumption. It's an assumption. I will go to this institute. I will study under this teacher. He will make me IAS officer. Assumption. Now, you have assumption. I also have assumption. No. What assumption I have? I make assumption that you are all intelligent. You are all hardworking. My time is worth spending teaching you because you will grasp the subject. You will make me proud. If you have assumption about me, I too will have assumption about you or not. And our assumptions tallied with each other, which is why you are here, I am here. Our parents will always think good about us is an assumption. Only assumption. And your parents are the best parents in the world. Assumption only, no. It's only your assumption. Okay. Next month, if they refuse to give that monthly expenditure 10,000 rupees, assumption will change. And next to next month, he gives extra 10,000. So great. God is great. One student has written on a sociology note, first page he has written. First page he has written, parents are God. I just saw. He closed that. Parents are gods. Right. Because he is making prayer. He is making prayers. Will your prayers be answered by God instantly? No. So he is treating his parents as God. Maybe after 10 years, his perception will change. See, our perception, just imagine when we were children, maybe at the age of 5, 6, 7, who is the strongest person on the planet Earth? Our father. At the age of 10, our father is the strongest person on the planet Earth. At the age of 15, our assumption little bit changes. 25 totally changes. 30, the weakest person, if I know, it is my father. Right? 40, 45, you think that this person has done so many things to you. 50, you say that your father is the greatest person because despite of all his physical limitations, he has done great things to you, which is unimaginable to you at that time. So our perception keeps changing. Understand this because it is all assumption. And try to understand that our assumption will not always be same. It keeps changing. It keeps changing. When the first hotel came, everybody laughed at this person who started the first restaurant. That what are you going to sell? Food. Everybody's house they are cooking food. Who will come to your restaurant to eat food? You will go bankrupt. Today, food industry is the most profitable industry today. In Chennai, in metropolitan cities, they don't cook food, especially on Sundays. So perception about restaurant first was what you are selling, food which is cooked in everybody's house, you are selling, you will not have any takers. And today perception changed, and this is one of the most profitable industry. So assumptions are bound to change. When assumptions are changing, what is changing? What is changing? When assumptions are changing, what is changing? What is changing? Society is changing. And to study the changing society only came sociology. Old assumptions are replaced by new assumptions. Old assumption, especially Greek people told that God created this world. God created this world. Scientists came and told God did not create a world. Earth was not creation of God. Earth got created because of some cosmological processes. So old assumption that God created Earth was challenged by new assumption that Earth was not creation of God. In fact, God was the creation of human being. Man was not created by God. God was created by man. New assumption. Why? New society. So when old assumption changes, new assumption comes. Old society goes, new society comes. And to study that new society came sociology. Just I am summing up what I have told about number one, the term sociology. Number two, Auguste Comte. Number three, culture, how it came, because man got freed. He used that free time for thinking, and that thinking developed what you should do, what you should not do. Some programming he was doing for the society, like for computer you do program, for society he started doing program. Thereafter everybody born in that society will follow that program, so they follow the culture. Sociology wanted to study how the man is acting like a programmed robot, program written by society. Then we said sociology is about study of different viewpoints. For viewpoints, we are using the term perspective. There are two broader perspectives. One is functionalism, another is conflict theorist. Functionalism, everything is good. Conflict theory, everything is bad.